Because we could never, let's just be honest, we would never truly know it unless they was around the same area, unless they was fighting around the same time or whatever. But to be honest with you, we can kind of like do the best we can to the best of our ability.
Hey, but then Sugar Ray ended his career at a super middleweight and started his career at a welterweight. You feel me? Floyd started like at 130 or something. You know what I mean? So they way different in size. I think. I don't know how tall Sugar Ray is.
Oh, I definitely think Sugar Ray Leonard is bigger. I think that's like definitely not a debate. But what we can compare is like, you know, whatever Sugar Ray Leonard did do at welterweight. And we could compare, because even though Floyd only went to junior middleweight, but it's still a debate in my opinion. So
that boy Sugar Ray Leonard told Floyd Mayweather, remember that night when we bumped into each other, and you commented that I was the best fighter you ever seen. You know what I mean? He's like, did you change your mind after you retired? Now I ain't the best fighter you ever seen no more. Floyd like, look.
Yeah,
Floyd got mad about that shit. Floyd was like, look, dude, you took a loss. I ain't never took no loss. You know what I mean?
See, that's the thing though. To Sugar Ray Leonard's defense, he took his losses later in his career though. You know? And
not really. Now the Robert Duran wasn't that early.
That was a real loss. That was yeah. You right about that. Motherfucker ain't say, but I mean he came back and beat Robert Duran 2 times though. I mean, good God.
Alright, so go ahead. First of all, go ahead. I'm about to tear Sugar Ray up, man. Sugar Ray, all in all, Sugar Ray, Mike Tyson. First of all, them niggas was coke heads. They used coke. Floyd ain't never got no drugs.
Okay, but aside we talking about when
Floyd. No, I'm just saying. First of all, we gotta get that out the way. Cause I got a grudge with a nigga. You on drugs. First of all, you know what I mean. So that right there alone put you under. And even Mike Tyson even said that he used fake penises and, you know what I mean, to pass drug tests. How they was cheating back in them days, man. You know what I mean? So, I had to get that out the way, man. You know what I mean? That right there. Then you took a loss. Now go ahead. We can talk about competition, pound for pound. Who was the best fighter?
I mean, who has Floyd Mayweather face that was on a Tommy Hearns level, though?
What? Tommy Hearns level?
Yeah.
I mean, Corrales.
Who?
Corrales, a lot of niggas on Tommy Hearns level, man.
Stop
it, just a different weight.
Diego Corrales was a beast. Don't get it twisted, yo. He was a beast. And that was a solid win from Floyd Mayweather. Matter of fact, that was one of the wins that was one of his biggest wins. But Tommy Hearns, man, this motherfucker was bigger than Diego. Not only he was bigger than Diego, he hits harder than Diego. He can box way faster than Diego. Way taller than Diego. I mean, Tommy Hearns was 6'1". That motherfucker.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's
Diego was 6 feet.
That's equivalent to how tall Diego was.
Yeah, you're right about that. But I mean, as far as the mobility, you know, foot speed. I mean, Tommy Hearns had everything. Did Diego Corrales have everything? No, he didn't. What Diego Corrales had? He had a punch. He was undefeated. That's what made it the win much bigger as well. He was undefeated. He had a punch and a whole lot of heart. Motherfucker, Tommy Hearns got a punch, speed, heart, conditioning, foot speed, hand speed. He can box. He can punch with. He got one punch knockout power. He's rangy as fuck. And not only that. His reach, his reach was like goddamn.
Yeah, no reach. But I said Corrales died. He died early. You know what I mean? Dude died on that motorcycle. You know what I mean? So we really couldn't see his full potential of what he would have became.
That's
you know
real.
What I mean?
That's real though, but to a certain extent, it's not like he died when he was a spring chicken. Now
I'm saying, all right, then like Floyd beat. I mean, look how Floyd beat. How he beat Manny Pacquiao. How he beat Canelo. He totally outclassed his toughest competition. Miguel Cotto made it known. He caught Floyd with more punches than a lot of fighters did. But he beat these fighters 12 rounds, never took a loss. You know what I mean? He even got days.
I agree. Floyd has a phenomenal, but I just feel like to me, in my opinion, and I hate comparing eras to eras, but I just feel like this is a good debate because Floyd and Sugar Ray Leonard is actually debating themselves. And Floyd said that you know, Floyd's basically saying that Sugar Ray Leonard couldn't do nothing with him.
Nah, Sugar Ray couldn't even mess with Floyd Sr. Floyd Sr. almost beat Sugar Ray with one hand, bro. My dad know Floyd Sr. Like, around that time, he was telling me what was going on. He said Floyd Sr. got shot in the hand right before that fight. You know what I mean? So he came in that fight with a messed up hand, bro, and fought that man with one hand, bro. And gave Sugar Ray a hell of a fight because his style of fighting. Now, Floyd Mayweather Jr. was a little bit better than his dad. It'd have been a real good fight. I would love to see that fight. No,
don't get it twisted. I would love to see that fight too, but you gotta understand, if I'm not mistaken, wasn't Floyd Mayweather Sr. bigger than Floyd Mayweather Jr.?
Yeah, but his hand got messed up. He gave Sugar Ray a hell of a fight with one hand, bro. He got shot right before that fight, bro. In Grand Rapids. He got shot. I gotta have my dad, and I call my dad. He'll tell us everything.
I believe you. But you still ain't tell me that opponent that's fucking with Tommy Hearns, though. Zab Judah, or you want to say Pacquiao?
Pacquiao fucking with him. Let me see, who else?
Okay.
A whole bunch of Canelo, Cotto, a whole bunch of... Okay. I'm just saying, like, Oscar De La Hoya,
Pacquiao. Okay, I can give you
Oscar. Madonna. I compare Marcos Madonna with your boy. He lost his Sugar Ray lost to him very quick. What his name? Durant. Marcos Madonna, Durant. Marcos Madonna was a beast.
Marcos Madonna was a beast, but he wasn't fucking with no Tommy Hearns. We know that, man. But
so you saying nobody on this list fucking with Tommy Hearns? Let me see.
I mean, let's really think. I don't see nobody fucking with Tommy Hearns.
Tommy Hearns, how Tommy Hearns would do against Canelo?
Ooh, that's a good. You know what? That's a good one, yo. That's a good one.
I mean,
Tommy Hearns versus Canelo. That's
we really can't compare these fighters like that because they fight. But I'm saying, have Sugar Ray ever outclassed a fighter like how? Yeah, he outclassed a lot of fighters. I'm saying like. Floyd was outclassing champions, though, man. He was making these niggas like they need to belong in the same ring with him.
Yeah, no, I'll give you that.
12 rounds of boxing. 12 rounds of boxing.
I'm going to keep it real with you. Though, Q. You right, though, but I don't see nobody just facing the prime Tommy Hearns and just making him look like he's not supposed to be in the ring with him, though, man. I can see if you saying Floyd would have won that match, but I don't see him just making Tommy Hearns look silly, yo.
Man, I think Floyd make anybody look silly.
Nigga, even
at the time when Floyd, like when I seen Floyd boxing, I was a little kid. I knew that Floyd was special, man. He had like
he is special.
Defense. He used to fight against grown men, dog, when he was like 13 years old, my nigga. I'm talking about being in the gym sparring with heavyweight. You feel me? And they couldn't hit him. And I used to be asking my uncle, like, bro, has this man ever lost before? You feel me? Like that was a question that I used to ask, like. There's no way he lost. I'm saying when he was fucking 13 years old. So you know Floyd, man, that man was like his dad, his uncle. Like he used to go to their fights when he was a kid or something. Like he used to be really in the boxing, man. Like he knew where he was going at a young age, man. That man had the same defense that he got now when he was 13.
No, listen, you right, yo. I'm not knocking Floyd. Floyd is a special fighter, but
the competition was harder back then. I feel the competition was harder.
Yeah, exactly. And it's kind, and that's why I can't really go in on. And don't get it twisted. Everything you saying, I'm a big Floyd fan, but I gotta play devil's advocate to make things more interesting. I just feel like that's something that we can say about Floyd Mayweather. The fact that he wasn't here during those days, so it's like we can't really make him beat in a certain era that he wasn't in. But my point is that Sugar Ray Leonard, him just facing the Tommy Hearns, a prime Tommy Hearns, Marvin Hagler, I mean, Roberto Duran, a guy that was knocking out everybody.
Sure. When the thing about it is, like, you can't really, like, this Sugar Ray like that, because Sugar Ray was before Floyd. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So Floyd watched Sugar Ray mistakes. You feel me? And he capitalized on everything Sugar Ray did wrong in his career. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? So Sugar Ray really, it's really disrespectful for them to be going at it with each other. But
it is
just because we just making this argument. Really, you can't compare that fight that they fought compared to the fight that Floyd fought. But Floyd did fight some good people. So
no,
if you
Floyd Floyd, like you said, I mean, you had me going for the Canelo one.
And then, then Floyd fought till he was 40 years old, 38 years old, bro. That's older. When Sugar Ray was 30 years old, at the end of the day, Floyd was the most complete fighter than Sugar Ray. When Floyd came across adversity, he always found a way to adjust and win the fight. You know what I mean? He always changed it up by the 6th round and then to take over the fight from 6th round on up. You feel me? Even fights he started off slow, he always took over. And he fought 50 fights and still went undefeated, but 49 fights and went undefeated. You know what I mean? So
I'll be lying if I said I didn't agree.
You know, like Sugar Ray didn't fight as long. Sugar Ray got older, quicker. You know what I mean? Sugar Ray started to lose. Sugar Ray lost how many fights? I know he lost
like 5.
At least. Yeah, what I'm saying.
Every opponent,
he lost like five fights. Yeah,
every opponent he lost to, except for Camacho. I think Floyd would have beat Camacho probably easy. But
Floyd would have beat everybody. Floyd would have beat everybody. Because if Floyd went back and fought those fighters that he lost to, he would have beat him.
He probably would have beat him, but I ain't going to say easy, though. I ain't going to say easy. I don't see Floyd being a Tommy Hearns. Floyd, I ain't seen Floyd face nobody that was... Well,
man, you talking about Tommy Hearns. I'm talking about Hagler. Nigga, Mama Hagler would have gave Floyd the crown. That was the fight that would have.
I think Hagler was too big. I think Hagler was too big for Floyd, though.
I'm just saying.
That's why I didn't.
If they were the same size, yeah, you right though. Hagler was.
Hagler was.
Sugar Ray was too. Tommy Hearns was too big though.
But not really, because Tommy Hearns could have made 147 though.
Tommy Hearns was light middleweight, wasn't he?
He went up to light middleweight, but he was.
Oh, he did.
In the beginning of his career, and I'm quite sure for a Floyd fight, a fight of that magnitude, he would have made that weight, man. Or they could have fought at 154. Shit, Floyd did it for Canelo.
Yeah.
But
I think Floyd made Canelo come down to 153 on his ass. Like
152. He made Canelo come 152, which he didn't really have to do. And Canelo still came in the fight weighing 170 anyway.
Yeah.
But I just feel like everybody Sugar Ray Leonard lost to, man. Roberto Duran versus Floyd Mayweather in his prime is... Listen, I got Floyd in that fight. I ain't gonna lie to you. I got Floyd in that fight. But, I mean, shit. That's a 50-50 fight, man. The nigga was knocking everybody out he was facing. I ain't gonna say 50-50. 60-40.
Floyd had some smart people around him. Like, he didn't know what's going on in the other fight training camp and everything. Like, you know what I mean? Them niggas real. They were smart as hell, bro. They wasn't no regular motherfuckers, man. Them niggas like on another level. Like, they did everything right. You know what I mean? Don't think about it. Floyd Mayweather, Uncle Roger was the champion. You know what I mean?
Okay, I'm gonna hit you with one. Let's compare Floyd Mayweather's opponents, and let's just ask ourselves: could Sugar Ray Leonard beat them? Do you think Sugar Ray Leonard could have beat Dale Corrales? Come on, little one. Let's ask a more serious question now. Do you think do you think Sugar Ray Leonard could have beat Canelo Alvarez? No, don't get me wrong. That could have been debatable now.
Nah. Sugar Ray Leonard wouldn't beat Canelo Alvarez at the age that Floyd was when he fought. You feel me?
Great point.
Sugar Ray was looking like a cokehead by the time he was 35 years old. That's it.
I'll give you that.
I don't know how old he was. He was by the time he was. The last time he got knocked out, man, that shit looked so sad. I can't remember the dude that beat him, the little black dude. I was a little ass kid though. I remember Sugar Ray getting knocked out though, man. Like, my dad was a Sugar Ray fan. I never really grew up watching Sugar Ray.
My point is this, Q.
Go ahead.
It's a debatable on whether will Floyd beat Sugar Ray Leonard opponents in his prime. It's not a debate really with Sugar Ray Leonard against Floyd opponents that he beat. Sugar Ray Leonard, I could put everything on the line. I could bet the house he would have beat Mayweather. No, you make a great point about the age. You got me with the age.
Down the line, you got to go on 36, 37, 38 years old beating these fighters. When he had beat them fighters at that age. Oh, when he had beat a young Canelo when he was 30, when Sugar Ray was 35. That's the only way you can compare.
That's possible. It's
a
possible.
22-year-old Sugar Ray with Canelo. Yeah, you can't like comparing Lomachenko with Floyd at 30. You can't really do it. You know what I mean? Because Floyd was not 29 years old when he was fighting at 130. He wasn't mentally together like he was by the time he turned Money made.
Okay, but the only one, okay, you right then, but the only one you really got is Canelo on that one. That's the only person that supports your argument in that one.
Well, I'm just saying all together, you got to get Floyd Mayweather a longevity, won the most fights, went undefeated. Because, you know what I mean?
We know Ray Leonard would have beat Cotto,
made the most money, never did drugs. You feel me? I mean, just a genius all together compared to Sugar Ray. Sugar Ray is a nobody. Sugar Ray ain't putting on no fighters. Sugar Ray ain't out here got no promotional company. Sugar Ray ain't giving people jobs. Right. Sugar Ray don't make noise. Or Sugar Ray get on YouTube, talk about boxing. He don't bring 1 million people to the place, to the stadium. You feel me? Floyd is bigger and better than Sugar Ray ever could be at the end of the day, but I hate to disrespect Sugar Ray like this. But at the end of the day, Floyd, everything Sugar Ray
it's not disrespect. It's not disrespect.
He seen everything Sugar Ray did and did it better. And that's how you gotta look at it. Sugar Ray beat that man daddy, man. Sugar Ray beat that man daddy. With one hand. His daddy had one hand when he fought Sugar Ray. You know what I mean? I know the inside scoop on what really happened. His daddy got shot. You feel me? And was fucked up for real before that fight. So, like...
Ray, I mean...
I'm just telling you, bro, like, all in all, more money, beat more champions, fought longer, fought more fighters, stayed undefeated, never lost. I mean, it's like 8 categories you can go. Never did drugs during his boxing career. You know what I mean? I don't know what he did after his boxing career. Before they never...
I mean, if we're talking about outside the ring, though, we know he's killing Floyd as far as, like, drugs, and we know Sugar Ray Leonard... That
was in the ring, because it affected him in the ring.
It affects you in the ring, but...
He admitted to he got his ass beat, and then said it was because he was using drugs. I remember that. I don't remember it, but I remember hearing about it when I was a little kid. I really, like, Sugar Ray. I remember Sugar Ray, but I don't remember Sugar Ray like that. I don't remember. I was like, Sugar Ray, I don't even remember Sugar Ray fight.
No, Sugar Ray...
I remember I'm talking about when I was little. But I know he was a legend. You know, I watched this fight.
Mayweather has never fought a Sugar Ray, yo.
He never fought a Sugar Ray, but his dad did. And almost beat him with one hand. I'm just saying, though, like, if you want to compare these niggas all together, I'm saying all the way, the whole resume, everything at the end of the road, who would you want to be? Who would you want your son to be?
Of course.
Sugar Ray?
Of course.
No, this is going to tell you right here, Leonard.
Floyd Mayweather.
No. This is going to tell everybody that's listening. Who, and they got Sugar Ray, who career would you rather have? Floyd Mayweather with the undefeated record, all the money.
I mean, that's like, you can't really say that though, Q. You can't really say that though, Q, because...
Or would you rather be like Sugar Ray?
You can't really say that though, because when you say that, that means money is involved. Of course you're going to want to be like the man with the more money.
Well, shit, if he wanted like the man with more money, I mean, that man, hey, he did his career, hey. Come on now. Who you rather put your career to be like? Mike Tyson career or like Floyd Mayweather?
Like Floyd Mayweather.
I know. I'd rather put my career to be like Mike Tyson career than over Deontay Wilder's career just because Mike Tyson had Don King on his side helping him get that real money. $200 million contracts with Showtime back in 1998. You feel me? Don King was about that money. You feel me? These heavyweights ain't got paid like that since Don King left. You know what I mean? But Don King, you know, they talked about it. With the good comes the bad. He probably was on some shit. I don't know about all that. And I'll stay out of it. I know it's all allegations. He ain't never go to jail for nothing. You know what I mean?
It's all super allegations, man. But I need people to leave this in the comment section, man. Floyd Mayweather versus the prime Sugar Ray Leonard is a firework fight.
Well, you can't say just Floyd Mayweather, then you got to say, well, a prime Sugar Ray Leonard, where you would have to say, Pretty Boy Floyd versus your boy. You can't even look at money, man. You have to say, if Pretty Boy Floyd
but that's what I meant to say.
You can't talk about the drugged out Sugar Ray at the end of his career when he was fucked up. I think he had he got injured or something, and the cocaine was helping him out with some kind of injury that he had.
Okay, hold on. Let's remove this
cocaine,
out of because
cocaine ended that man's career at an early age, man, like 33, 35.
And that's what I feel. That's what I feel. You are using the way Sugar Ray Leonard ended his career. And that is favoring the shit.
How many losses he won? He came out with. What did he do? How much money he made?
That is favoring your argument, bro.
How many people he putting on in the world? Is he helping other people make money? Is he putting on any other boxes? All Sugar Ray.
Okay, let's talk about. Can we talk?
Sugar Ray. All right. Sugar Ray ain't putting no other boxes on.
Let's talk. Okay, then. See. Let me say this though.
They put Devin Haney on, Hank Davis on.
You're right. Okay. Let's talk about a product. Okay. Let's talk about Pretty Boy. But listen though. But Pretty Boy ain't do none of that though. We talking about Pretty Boy Floyd. Remember?
Oh, now you look at you, man. You sound like a lawyer over here.
Pretty Boy Floyd didn't even know Devin Haney. But Devin Haney was like 10 years old. What are you talking about?
I'm saying that. At the end of the day, Floyd did more for boxing than Sugar Ray. At the end of the day,
that's why I want to make this clear.
Career. At the end of the day, if my sound box, he gonna be like Floyd more than more. I don't want to be nothing like Sugar Ray. Let me make this.
Good. If we're talking about longevity, we're talking about Floyd Mayweather. All right, let me tell you this. Let me say one thing.
Package.
Okay, let's subtract.
If you want to cut it off at one point now.
No, because the reason I say that is because we all know Sugar Ray Leonard made the stupidest choices at the end of his career. That's a fact. And
exactly, man.
There's no way
you got a better career. There's no better fighter. You admit it.
Oh no! I know. I was just saying that. I was just getting to that. Yeah, I am admitting it. And we're talking about their whole career, and that's why I want to subtract the way they ended their career. I mean, but that's what anything. That's like comparing. At
the end of the day,
that's like comparing Ray Charles. That's like comparing Ray Charles to a musicians today that never smoked or did drugs in their career. Ray Charles was still a hell of a fucking. He had hella talent, but he chose to do heroin. That don't.
Who career would you want to be though? Who would you rather be? You rather be
the person that did not.
Would you rather be your career? Like at the end of the day,
I would rather be the person that didn't. Can I ask you a question? I would rather be the person that didn't do heroin. But my point is, I want to compare that musician to Ray Charles in his heyday. I don't want to compare that musician to Ray Charles when he started shooting a fucking needle. That's what I'm trying to get.
They made some good music, but he made some good music. He did some good things. But at the end of the day, how his career ended was horrible.
It's too horrible. If that's the case, you destroy me by a long shot.
Would you rather for your son? Who career would you rather for your son to have? The Ray Charles career or the Stevie Wonder career?
Are we talking about Are we talking about coke? Okay, so you comparing Money Mayweather to cokehead
I'm saying, would you rather for your son to have the longevity, never been on drugs,
at what period of time,
and still make good music all his life, and
at what period of time?
Artist,
At what period of time? Now?
I'm just saying you want to compare careers all in all, man. We ain't looking at this period of time. Now you want to say now, young Floyd compared to a young, what you call it? They both was cold. They both was high. But
no, I'm not even saying like that.
Young Floyd didn't lose against the ring.
I hear you though.
He didn't lose against the ring.
The reason I'm saying this is because it's no debate though. If you're gonna really do Sugar Ray Leonard like that and just compare his whole, especially the longevity, the way Floyd ended his career, it's no debate. Floyd is killing that man like that. You would have to give Leonard his prime in order to make it debatable. That's why I'm saying that. Q? Because it ain't no debate when you doing my boy Leonard like that. That's like comparing Ray Charles when he started doing heroin to a musician that never did heroin.
Stevie Wonder. I don't think Stevie Wonder ever done no drugs.
Perfect comparison. It's like goddamn. It's like, okay, my nigga.
Who would you rather for? Yeah, who had the better career? Well, Ray Charles had a good career. He finally got to do his music in Georgia. It had a good story, but that man was on heroin and lived a hard life. You know what I mean?
He was living a hell of a hard life, but things started going south for him. Things started going south for him when he started to do heroin. But if you could compare, like, it don't even have to be a Stevie Wonder. If you could compare a good musician just as well as Ray Charles, if you compare them and say, oh, what happened to Ray Charles when he started doing the junk and he never did the junk? Okay, it's no debate. Which means what my point when I say that is, if you want to say, oh, Floyd Mayweather, when he's ended his career to the way Sugar Ray Leonard ended his career, it's not even a debate. Floyd is spanking that man. Like, go get a belt.
Now,
so you would have to go to Leonard Prime.
There's one fight that's real controversial. That Casamito fight. What's the dude's name is?
Which one?
That Floyd almost lost when his eye went bad. His shoulder went out.
You talking about Castillo?
Yeah, Castillo. Yeah. Now, that fight right there was kind of what you call, but you know, they dude, I guess he ain't beat Floyd good enough for him to give him that title. You know what I mean? That was kind of controversial right there. Well, other than that,
go ahead.
You know what I mean? Floyd just, you know, I just think Floyd just did everything right, man. I mean, but at the end of the day, you gotta look at it like this. He had a chance to see Sugar Ray. You feel me? So Sugar Ray was like a role model. You know what I mean? It showed him what to do and what not to do. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like it's gonna be a box that's gonna be better than Floyd Mayweather, bro. You know what I mean? It's gonna be a little 147 dude that's gonna be knocking everybody out. They're gonna go 58-0. You know what I mean? They motherfuckers gonna be like, you think he would have beat Floyd? Because Floyd would have had that.
Hey, and that's what make
Floyd like that.
That's what make, you know, and that debate will be actually fun. But if that fighter, that whoever is trying to compare that fighter you're talking about to Floyd Mayweather, if that fighter started doing coke and getting stopped by guys like Camacho, you can't compare that.
Can't compare. So basically, like, almost like Floyd Mayweather. At the end of the day, all these people that's making videos about the Sugar Ray Leonard and Floyd Mayweather comparison. Look, Sugar Ray, you can't compare Sugar Ray with Floyd. Floyd was on another level. Sugar Ray, Floyd did everything right. Sugar Ray made a lot of mistakes. Sugar Ray was good at his prime, but Floyd Mayweather was good at his prime too. You feel me? So I mean, and then Sugar Ray was bigger.
One good haymaker that you say. I want to put a lot on this because this is real. One good haymaker that you say is that Floyd Mayweather has fought guys like, even I gave Floyd Mayweather credit for Victor Ortiz. That was a solid win for Floyd. You didn't even bring that one up. When he first fought Victor Ortiz was the man. Victor Ortiz dropped everybody he faced. Victor Ortiz was a beast. And Victor Ortiz is like 10 years younger than Floyd. So I give Floyd props when it comes down to beating guys younger than him and stuff like that. But that's
Floyd was old head anyway, and it looked like Victor Ortiz was hitting him when he had him on the ropes. He was missing all on. Floyd had some ridiculous instant replay defense.
Listen,
you feel me? Instant replay. You won. That nigga was getting hit.
Let me say this. I swear to God, I'm gonna let you have it, nigga. Hold on. I want to hear all that, but I was saying something. You Loki cut me off. Let me just say this. One more thing, nigga.
Right.
I swear to God, I'm gonna let you have it. If you compare the end of Floyd's career versus Sugar Ray Leonard's career, Floyd Mayweather is beating that man with a baseball bat. But if you compare pretty